American Lawfare. Lawfare, the strategic use of legal proceedings to intimidate or hinder an opponent. There may be celebrities and politicians we do not like, but does that give those with prosecutorial power the right to send them to prison or make them convicted felons so they can't run for office? Prosecutors in Georgia have a history of indicting the high-profile elected officials they don't want to see in office, or simply don't like. And if they don't have a charge, they will gladly make one up. Georgia was even the scene of murder of a man who, after winning a sheriff's race, was gunned down and killed in his own front yard. This is not what we expect here in America. Has the criminal justice system been weaponized for lawfare?
Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about.
The safety restraint chair. Some say the restraint chair is cruel and unusual punishment, while others say it's the most safe and humane way to restrain violent people. Law enforcement has been prosecuted for striking, kicking, tasing, pepper spraying, and other assaults after placing inmates in the restraint chair. But they are often given a pass. Only one man in the history of the country has ever been criminally prosecuted and convicted and sent to prison for only authorizing the use of the restraint chair with no physical violence. That man was Sheriff Victor Hill.
First thing comes to my mind is Batman.
Victor Hill does his job and he does it well.
We always felt safe. Perpetrators generally were scared.
Even the rappers have something to say about Victor Hill.
Wait, only reason a nigga wish they was in front here to get away from Victor Hill.
Like he was in Grand Theft Auto. Like they literally made a sheriff's car after Victor Hill.
One of the most powerful and most controversial sheriffs in modern Georgia history is getting ready to be sentenced to federal prison.
Deprived these detainees of their constitutional and lawful right.
But in Fulton County,
We found that staff were regularly deploying tasers and pepper spray without any warning, and we look forward to working with them going forward to remedy these civil rights violations in the weeks and months to come.
There were no charges against Fulton and Gwinnett County law enforcement, but Victor Hill.
Nothing like that at all, and that's what makes this case really unique.
Never in the history of this country has the Department of Justice ever prosecuted anyone for conduct even remotely similar.
But for the fact that this case involves Victor Hill, there would be no case.
A case that started over a political campaign.
Every time he got elected, they realized he was more undefeatable.
He developed quite an army of enemies.
A novel case where the federal judge was friends with the sheriff's political opponents.
Judge Ross. She's friends with the district attorney of Clayton County. Judge Ross' husband used to work for Tasha Mosley.
For us to have a fair, an attempt at a fair process, that judge did not feel the need to recuse herself from that case.
When the trial was going on, there was a holdout juror.
I've had jurors screaming at me. I've had people raising their voices, describing me as inarticulate or crazy.
A novel prosecution with no case law precedents, suspect or target, justice or lawfare.
The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
American Lawfare, the Sheriff Victor Hill case, coming soon.